Literally, it's the 10 bounce routine that you do, and you present to the judges. You go be completely still at the end of it, and then they mark you on your style, your difficulty, and how much. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a little red rectangle on the trampoline, and the idea is to stay within that for the competition. If you jump out, then you're in trouble and you get marked down. So, and that's just set routines. The one they give you, the one that's generally the easier one, and then you do one that's harder, that shows your skills and your abilities. So this is the second one that I do. That's my mum at the end cheering me on. My dad was a filmer. So, yeah, just to finish off, I literally do love trampolining. It's my passion. I get to do it about twice a week, and I look forward to every minute on the trampoline. You can't get me off once you get me on there. But yeah, the important thing is that it is dangerous. I mean, I have broken my right fibula on the trampoline before. And I know a friend who's had a tib and fib fracture of a left leg bouncing on the trampoline. So it isn't without its risks, but with proper training, with proper teaching, you can get there and safe and sound. So I'd like to open out to any questions.
What are the chances of you going to the Olympics?
Oh, well, I mean, the standard I compete at is advanced men's. There's another level above me called elite men's, and that's Olympic standard. I'm looking to compete elite next year. I'll obviously be doing a harder routine and more twists involved in the somersaults and things like that, which I can do at the moment, but I haven't been able to link them together in the 10 bounce routine. I mean, I make it look, some people say that I make it look really easy on there. It is actually really difficult to stay on the spot and link all the moves together, and the harder you do, so if you go to elite, you do harder moves, and that's just that much harder to keep in the same place without falling off or travelling outside the square. So I don't think I'll be going to Olympics because there are people that are my age and a lot better than me. There's like little kids doing it now, they're incredible. So yeah, I'll just be in the stand watching it.
When you're learning some of those moves, I mean, you're quite a long way off the trampoline. Do you do training with a harness on to sort of practice the aerodynamics or the moves themselves?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously hard to imagine how I get from just standing to doing what I do on there. Initially, if you want to learn somersaults or a single somersault, you have someone next to you, so like I can support a person my size doing a somersault. Just stand next to them, hold their hand, and then get them to do different drills. And I can also help them get round. So to do somersaults like that, it'll be quite easy to just do with support on the trampoline. But then if you're talking about double somersaults, like a double back somersault, which is something I've been training to do, I go to Exeter and they've got a harness there which hangs from the ceiling, and just someone supports you while you're doing it, and you can go up and do one somersault which you're used to, that's fine, but then you got to keep tucking in and do the second somersault, and that's when I use the harness, and that's when you need it really, because if you open up too late, you'll land on your back or the back of your head, which is really bad, or you under-rotate and you land on your front. So it is it's definitely, for moves like that, you want to be using a harness. So it's quite, it's very exciting things to do when you get in the harness and try loads of different things.
You said Olympics. I don't remember seeing it in the last Olympics, was it?
Yes, it was. It wasn't very well televised. It was at about 7 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous like that, and it got very little coverage, to be honest. It's a shame because it's such an impressive event to watch. I mean, the height I'm bouncing at is probably about 8 meters, I think. I reached the top of my bounce from the trampoline. And some of the Olympic people are bouncing at 13 to 15 meters, which is just ridiculous. And I mean, the trampoline I was bouncing on there isn't the one that they use at the Olympics. It's the Olympic one is a lot bouncier and a lot bigger as well. Bigger in terms of height off the floor. If an Olympic standard person was to bounce on the trampoline I was bouncing on, they would actually touch the floor when they bounced in the trampoline because they're getting so much momentum, they're coming down and crashing into the trampoline, will just coming down and touch the floor, which is obviously not what you want when you're doing Olympics routine. So, yeah.
Is Tom fitter than you, or are you fitter than Tom?
I think we're both students who love the fitness, and we've got two different sides of fitness. I mean, you've got the endurance. He's incredible. He can run for hours on end. Whereas for me, I'm more of an intensity kind of 100-meter sprint sort of guy. And trampolining is exactly that. It's you're bouncing for 3 or 4 minutes. It's basically anaerobic training rather than aerobic. And yeah, we've had a couple races. But on a short distance, I'm well ahead of him. But over long distances, he's just miles away. So yeah.
Talking about coming to an end of your routine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got no specialist knowledge in this area, but it looks as if you could really do yourself some harm on your joints and your ligaments.
Yeah.
You know, because you're suddenly stopping and absorbing all that momentum.
Yes.
That seems to me, in fact, potentially the most dangerous. Is that right?
Absolutely, that's completely fair. Absolutely. I mean, the technique with stopping would be that, I don't know if you noticed, but right at the last move, so you do your last move. Essentially, you're kind of starting to kill your bounce at about the 8th or 9th move, so that by the time that you finish your routine, you then have a normal straight jump, and then you're coming down, and that straight jump is half the height that you bounce normally. So at the start of my routine, I would be maximum height, and by the end of it, by the straight jump at the end, I would be halfway down, and then I would be able to kill it just by spreading my legs, really sitting down. And actually, it isn't that bad. It's the technique. I mean, at the start, when I first started to do it, I wasn't squatting down enough. I was just staying really rigid, and you literally need to just spread the legs and just really absorb the shock down. And I mean, I haven't had any problems with it. Where you get the injuries, and when I broke my leg, is when you travel to the left or to the right of the trampoline. Obviously, the trampoline frame is strong steel metal, and if you land from the maximum height onto that, that's when you get the main injuries. But the trampoline is surprisingly giving, so your joints and ligaments are quite okay. I haven't had any problems. So a good question. Yeah.
Okay. One more question. Okay. Well, thanks, Fred. Well, I think we've had three very good very reflected the passion.
Technically very well presented, I think. The YouTube scenes were very good and very well done, and the videos were excellent. It's amazing how the students, they seem to, you find something that you've got a passion about, and you can really dedicate yourself to it and give your time to it and take it on to a higher level, and also feed back a lot into the community as well by running for the Anthony Nolan Trust, or teaching other medical students and actually helping other students to raise money for their funds. So I think the saying is, if you want something done, ask a busy medical student to do it, because they find the time. It is fantastic the way that you've got a lot to do, and you still find a lot of time to do these things as well.